What do you think? Is AI fundamentally a job destroyer, or are we measuring the wrong kinds of work here? What do you make of the economic survey? From a global perspective, is India being too cautious right now? Are we being simply realistic? Where do you stand on that front?
Well, so to answer a couple of your questions, one is how is the risk factor for the jobs? Definitely, low cost jobs are going to be completely scrapped out, and there is absolutely no question about it. Primarily because I could see that in employment as well, where you could just do it yourself than delegating to someone and wait for a day to kind of get things happen, right? So that is completely obliterated. But at the same time, again, technology has shown us like a history, rhymes, right? So, for example, what happened when YouTube came up? It created a lot of individual creators to kind of like pick up a lot of things
Yeah,
which only would have been possible by the traditional media, right?
yeah.
Similarly, here you will see new entrepreneurs coming up, and I think India is in a good position where if you stop thinking that skilling direction is essentially important, but at the same time, if there are more entrepreneurs coming up, right, they can leverage that. Like now, for you to set up a company, you don't have to have so many labor and things like that
No,
as such,
that's right.
and
I
that
get your
will.
point. I get your point. You're saying new entrepreneurs are going to come in, but what happens when, which the survey has flagged again, that there is concentration of AI power in just a few firms. There are only a few big players, and how many are really in India?
See, that doesn't I would say why that doesn't matter right now, primarily because of open source AI. So if tomorrow AI crashes, I mean, that is very unlikely possibility. But say in case that OpenAI or Anthropic goes away, we have a lot of open source models like Gemma. I mean, if you go through Hugging Face models, there's a lot of open source set of models which you can actually run on your laptop. So I don't think the power is concentrated. Like if you are saying about 2 3 years back, yes, the power is concentrated. But now due to open source stuff, right? Like anyone with a video phone, camera can take and be a journalist as such, right? In certain ways. Similarly, anyone with a laptop and with a good decent amount of GPU power can run these models, and I don't think the power is concentrated on a few firms anymore.
Okay, all right. Febin,
Sure.
for the longest time, India has been looked at as a market. Even for that YouTube example and analogy that you were giving, India is a market. How many UK-based and Scotland-based YouTube creators are specifically targeting Indian markets? The videos are being dubbed in Hindi so that they can be consumed more. I'm just worried, does India risk of becoming another AI consumer than an AI creator? Is that a possible concern to look at?
It is definitely I think we are already in that, right? For example, presently the popular names which a lot of Indians use is ChatGPT or Claude.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't
yeah.
have a native, this thing, an AI general, intelligence yet. So coming to your point is that we are at that risk. And one more thing, frankly, which I've seen is that Indian firms don't have the courage to kind of invest that in those millions of dollars which other people are investing in R&D, and that is also another major concern as such. But at the same time, I just finish it with one point is that there is something which is there in the frugal part of AI, which a lot of global firms are not overlooking. I mean, they are overlooking in the sense that there are these small models which is very specific to Indian agricultural outcomes or healthcare and education. There is something there which India can still innovate with very less amount of money as such, and I think that could be something like a UPI which
Okay.
showcase the other nations. We
Yeah,
might
yeah.
also as well show, but it will take some time.